Morning, guys. So Ezekiel 46:14 is the only mention of this word Rasas, R-A-S-A-S, which is from the Strong's Concordance 4750, I believe. And it's the only mention of this word in the entire Bible. The only reason I'm looking this up today, I never knew this before, but it has to do with sprinkling oil onto a mixture of flour in order to make the flour moisten properly, and it has to do with sacrifices to God. And so I personally lately have been suffering very badly, both spiritually, having nightmares. My body just hasn't felt very healthy for some reason. I don't know what it is specifically. I just haven't felt good. I'm not sick, I just don't feel good. And just my emotional state is all over the place because I'm being forced to move out of my house to an apartment, which is great financially actually, but it's just a lot of stress on me personally and Jackie. She's not going to be able to walk across the street to work anymore, so I have to drive her to work, and it's just just a lot of different things that are changing in our life, and it's hard to do, especially when you're just coming out of the winter and you think things are going to be a little bit easier, and they're not. But whatever. When I see the people suffering in Gaza, it really has no comparison to that, so I don't even want to mention my own suffering. But I was at work the other day while I was feeling like this, probably about a month ago, I'd say, and there was a man, and he was walking. It was a black guy, and he was walking down, and I'm just being honest, where I live there's not a lot of black people, but there was a well-dressed black man that was walking in front of my office, my new office building. And I apologize if my GPS audio goes off during this video, but I wanted to get it out there. So walking down the street is this guy, and he's pulling two suitcases, that rolly ones, and he's dressed nicely, and he's pulling two, walking 50 feet, and then going and getting the third one and bringing it up to the other two. And me and this co-worker that was new, who was the only other person outside with me, and this overlooks a big lake, and it's odd to see this because it's a very high-end area, so it was weird to see this guy walking with his suitcases. We thought he broke up with his girlfriend or something like that. So I asked the other kid who was new, Javier, I asked him, what is he doing? Have you seen him? And we're in this 10-acre cleared lot with a tiny little house on it overlooking a lake, just to give you an idea. So he's walking on the road, this guy. I asked him what's going on, and he's like, I have no idea. I thought he broke up with his girlfriend or something. I heard him talking or yelling or something. So he goes further up the road, and I run over, and I'm asking him if he needs food or water, if he's okay, what's going on, if he needs a ride or something. And he was kind of hard to understand, and it seemed like what he was saying is that he had to leave his hotel he was living in, and that he was just pulling his suitcases like that so he doesn't get stopped by the police. That's what I'm pulling from what he said. But I went back after that. I just left because he didn't want anything, so I just left, and I went back to talk to the other kid, and I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks he's in that situation because we're really all about a week away from being homeless ourselves. And then this kid, Javier, says to me, yeah, well, to tell you the truth, I'm actually homeless right now, and I'm just sleeping in my car, and the boss knows about it, but I'm trying to get my life on track. I left my wife after 20 years and just going through some hard stuff. And so I talked to him about God, and I have been talking to him about God. And from that day until yesterday, he said that he's been
in a quarter mile, slight left onto Lifford Road.
And he's been praying, wanting to pray, and he's been wanting to talk to God. And it's weird because from that day till now, I have had nothing but the hardest, most uncomprehendable bad things happening to me.
Take the next left onto Lifford Road.
Possibly even imagine. It's not really it's not really fathomable how bad I have just been going through it recently.
Continue on New Hampshire 109 South for 4 miles.
I just wanted to say what this kid told me. So he said to me that, and he's from Massachusetts, a bad town, and so he's like telling me, he's like, he said to me, I have never prayed to God basically like I did this morning, and I was up on a ladder and he was standing behind me, and he was just kind of like waiting for me to get down, but I didn't know, and he's just standing there staring at me. So I got down, hung up the phone with Jackie, and I said, what's going on? And he's like, well, I just wanted to tell you because, you know, I think you're religious or something like that. So he's like, because I was telling him about God and stuff, and about the books they took out, and like sent him, you know, the YouTube Super Gospel and stuff like that, and he's like, yesterday I prayed and I cried tears of joy, and I've been saying things like wonderful and all these words I didn't even know that I knew lately, and like I was just like blown away by him saying this, and I didn't understand, like, maybe the reason that I'm going through like all these hard things is because, you know, I'm being attacked because somebody that like never even like thought about praying was actually crying because of their prayer to God during their time of suffering recently. And then this morning when I was driving to work, I'm still like not feeling fantastic, and I'm like worried about, you know, my car's making it, and like every other thing I've been worrying about lately and stuff, and I see a license plate that says 527, which is my birthday that's coming up in a couple days. It said 527 4750, and I didn't, usually when I see something like that and it says my name, or like something to do with my name or my birthday or something like that, on a license plate, I'll usually take the other number and go look it up and how it refers to the Bible. And when I do, it does not matter what I put in, it's always God talking to me. And that's what he gave me this morning, was the fact that when we're preparing like the sacrifices to God, that word RASAS 4750 in the Strong's Concordance is the oil that helps prepare the flour, the grain offering to God. And as we all know, and it says this in the Ezekiel verse I mentioned, is that the grain and the bread is the two testaments, the two bags that man was carrying. And then he went back and got the third, and the third is the meat of the word. And Jesus wants us to prepare these sacrifices for him. He wants us to be spreading his gospel and teaching people about love so that they believe in him. Because a lot of people, they like are suffering right now. There's a lot of people that are doing great and they're making a ton of money in this world, but that doesn't mean anything in the world to come. And the people that are suffering right now, and the poor and the people that have nothing, they're being prepared for a heavenly kingdom. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today, and I hope it might bless your life, and I hope that we all pray for each other daily. God bless you guys and have a great day.